Hello everybody, welcome back to City Skylines with me, TW1. We have just unlocked Grand City. I've been doing a little bit of beautification work and touching up some industries off screen. We made a couple of tweaks over here. We had to get rid of some of the zoning because it just wasn't working. No one was coming over here to work, which was a shame. I upgraded some of these houses as well to high density to try and get some more people over here, but none of them seem to be wanting to be working over into this area, so had to just get rid of the zoning and leave it on the normal stuff. I was also going to try and tweak over here. So as you can see, if you click on one of these buildings, let me get rid of that so I can actually click on the building. A lot of these guys are over-educated workers, so uneducated workers 0 out of 12 and 7 are these highly educated. So I'm going to change the policies over here to the city planning 4.0 industry, so it produces more production by 50% and it also reduces the workspaces by a little bit, but it allows well and highly educated workers to be more efficient over here and works well. And we're also going to start filtering industrial waste because we're making lots of money. We might as well try and cut down some of this pollution slightly. I believe the football match has just ended, so we're going to have a wave of traffic coming out. Yeah, we do. There we go with that. You're a stop sign, aren't you? And that needs to stop being a stop sign because they made this a one-way system. There you go. You can just keep on flowing now. Yeah, let's keep on flowing, keep on flowing, keep on flowing. No traffic manager on vanilla, so I can't do any fancy things with that. I would obviously like to change this road arrow if I could, but I cannot, so we'll have to just leave it as it is and let the traffic flow as well as it can. Have you got a stop sign there as well? No stop sign there. Stop sign there. I might stop traffic there actually and not stop the traffic coming out, so we can allow this traffic to get out of this area quicker, and we'll just stop the traffic here so you guys are the ones who have to wait before you can go. That would make sense. That just makes it a little bit easier on the traffic. So in this episode I want to be doing a little bit of groundwork stuff really. We're not going to be building anything, we're going to be doing some prep work. So what I want to be doing is I want to disconnect this road. I want a bridge over to here, over there, here. Let me just buy the area. Let's buy the area because there is lots and lots of oil under here and we want to be tapping into that. But before we get to that, we're going to have to make some changes to the road system because otherwise this is not going to work. This roundabout is not built for a big connection. So if we connect this roundabout, just for instance, straight over to that roundabout like that, this game will then consider that as the faster route than all of this. So taking this highway, it will then consider that as the faster route. So a lot of traffic will be barreling through this one junction, and this is too small to be handling that. I just know it is. I can already tell by looking at it. So I'm going to be making some tweaks to this. So it's probably going to be some montagey and talky road episode as we just try and play around with roads and tweak them ever so slightly. So let's start off just by breaking this very, very quickly. Sorry, Mr. Van. You are now in the sky doing nothing. And I want to run the road underground instead, and then we should try and connect it somewhere else. So where should we be trying to be connecting to this road? I could just bolt it onto that. I'm not sure I want to put a junction on that road though, so let's not do that. I could connect it underneath here, but then all my garbage traffic is going to be coming through this one roundabout through the same two junctions again. And I'm not sure that's the greatest idea. And I've also got this subway stop here, and I don't want to be adding any more underground stuff to try and restrict that movement. So I think the best course of action, having a little look, is to probably bring it underneath here, like that, and then just bend it in here somewhere. Let's try and only delete one house if we can. There we go. We'll bend you in there like that. We've just ruined some of this zoning over here. I don't know if this zone was broken before or what. Ow, where's the brush? Let me just brush this all back in. Weird house zoning over here sometimes. Sometimes this game just confuses me. Anyway, so that road is now connected to that, meaning this roundabout is free to have a junction on it. And I would like to run it over to this side. Oh, I just kicked my radiator. I do apologise if you heard that. I would like to run it over to this side. I would call it a river, but it's so wide. It's such a yawning, like, sea opening river. I don't know what to call it. Huge, 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 huge. So it'd be a large bridge straight over the top that all the traffic can use as an option. Ideally, I'd like to connect it to this. I'd like to rebuild this highway junction so it had a better way over, but that I'm not sure if, like... So the only other option you've got in vanilla is one of these cloverleaf intersections, and I'm not sure a cloverleaf intersection fits in here very well because of the way my industry is formed. So I could force it in, but I'm not going to. I'm just looking at it while I play around. Yeah, I'm not going to force that in. So let's start working out where we want this bridge to be going. So straight over the river is a good one. I want it in a nice straight line because otherwise it's going to look odd. It's going to look very, very odd indeed. Let's use the cheapest option that we can because this is going to be an expensive bridge. Either way, we have lots of money in the bank though, which is fine and dandy with me because I've been playing quite a lot off screen and just doing some beautification stuff. You're not going to be seeing all the beautification stuff all the time, I will say that, because sometimes it's just a bit boring really. I don't want to throw in montage at the start of every episode of me placing down some more trees. So if you spot something that looks a little bit different, for instance this over here, yeah, it's just a little Easter egg for you guys to spot really. It's not going to be anything that I'm going to point out all the time. Sometimes you'll just be looking at an area where we go back to a place and you'll be like, oh, that's different. When did that happen? And yeah, whenever really. It could have been a week ago, it could have been a month ago when this series gets going. We keep on building, so we'll just upgrade this to a highway road so it has all the speed options as we wish. Do we change that to that kind of road? No, we'll just leave it as a highway road. So it's a highway road all the way across over to here. This will probably need some sort of intersection or bend it round. This is the main thing I want to be changing, so let's start deleting this and just start twinking around with it. So this intersection as it is very, very good. But the only issue with it is that it's very good for what it's doing, but it's going to have a larger amount of traffic, so the roundabout portion of this needs to be a lot bigger. So even something like that size would be a lot better for the game. So, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to build a nice oval about as our way of doing this. So for a nice oval about, I'm going to go 100 like that, but I'm then going to go 200 in this direction. And then 200 in that direction if we can. There we go. And then 100 in this direction. And then we will just bend it all in so it matches up. So we'll just get the bendy tool, start here, then go all the way to the right, and then join up, and then all the way over and join up. And then it just gives the traffic some more options and more space to work out where it wants to be going. That is not how you do a bendy road, Tyler. See, I can't talk and I can't commentate at the same time. I suck at it. I really, really do. And then we can upgrade this to some bigger roads and some bigger options. So let's try and make it a nice 3-lane highway road, because I'm expecting lots of traffic to come through this junction once we connect it up to this bridge road. Because I'm going to think the game is going to see that is the fastest option. It's going to be like, hey, let's use that. And I'm going to be like, no, please don't use that. Which isn't going to be great. I could connect it to that. Do I want to do that? Do I want to... I don't know. No. So what we're going to do is we're going to bend these roads back in somewhere. Where do we want to be bending these back in? Oh, please connect somewhere. There we go. There we go. That looks semi-even. Not quite, but I think it'll do. I don't think that the fact that I've used the wrong road type particularly helps. It doesn't look even, but I'm not going to play around and tinker with it too much, because otherwise I'll be here for all day. So what way round should this roundabout be going? It should be going the other way, shouldn't it? Yeah. You should be going left. You should be going left. You should be going left. And then off here we have more options to pick where we want our roads to be going and certain options like that. So if we wish, we could come off in two separate places over here. But I'm not sure that's the best advised option. So I'm just going to use a 4-lane road. Actually, let's build an ever so slightly tweaked version of this. So if you get the 4-lane road like this, and you line her up with the middle of the junction about there. Give me road length and grid back. Just give me all of the options. Give me all of the options, game. Give me all of the options. I need it to be connected with that bridge. How am I going to connect it to that bridge from over here? Oh, I'm going to have to do some right bendy work, aren't I? Right bendy or work. So, and then we can just do a straight line in there and a straight line in there. There we go, so then the game can see this as the quicker option. We could even downgrade, if we wished, the roundabout to 2 lanes, and then it gave the game a clear off and a clear on. Do we want to do that? Probably not, because this is going to be a lot of traffic, and that means if the junction come out of here and they want to go straight over, they would then stick in this outside lane and block any traffic that wants to be coming through here. We can quickly upgrade that to 2 lanes. So it has more options, and we could even make that 2 lanes coming off as well. And then it flows down into 1 lane. Lane mathematics is a little bit off, but it can just help the traffic slightly. So yeah, let me just break that down very quickly. So all you'll be doing is you'll be coming along the highway. You say, hi, I want to be going left at this junction, and then on this first roundabout, I want to be going left. So you just stick. So you're coming to here, you'll stick to the left-hand side lane, and then you'll turn left, and then turn left, and you'll be off. If you're coming along the highway and going, hey, I want to be going right here, you'll then cut into the inside lane, stay on this lane, and that will allow you to transfer over into one of these inside lanes, and then follow the roundabout all the way around, and then join in there. You don't look very well bent, but I think that's fine. We'll leave that alone, because otherwise I'm going to sit here and twinkle and tinker for ages. So now we have twinkered around with that roundabout, made it an oval about, and give us more space and more options to work with. We can now just run. I'm going to run this road out in a nice straight line and kind of see where it ends up ish. Let's just draw a quick straight line. All the connections on. Make sure it's snapping as I wiggle it from side to side. And so it's going to be ending up around here-ish. So we know later on in the future that this will probably have an on and an off route and a roundabout either underneath it somewhere as well. And this is where we'll be trying to split some of the traffic. We're going to make a couple of these different junctions along this highway to give multiple options into this large area, which will be lots and lots of residential and commercial. And this straight line here as well, this could be another great option, how we can just run it through the middle. And we can have multiple roundabouts at certain points, trying to split traffic as much as we can, so we don't have a mess on our own hands. Talking of roundabouts, the whole point of this was to connect this road over to this road somehow, some way. So how are we going to do that? Well, there's got to be a roundabout here somewhere, so let's try and give it some sort of space. So 1, 2, 3, and then we'll just break that and we'll go in here. So a nice large roundabout will be going in here. I'm going to pick one of the big ones. I don't use the big ones very often, but this is probably the perfect spot for it, because yeah, there's going to be a lot of traffic coming through this area, and then we can just come off this roundabout in the right place, which should be this road right here, and then we can run it down into what will be the oil industry. So there'll probably be a straight line road all the way down here somewhere. Yeah, I don't want a bridge game. No bridges. No bridges. No bridges. No bridges. Thank you. No bridges. Yeah, just change the terrain for me. I don't care. Whoa, that is a hill, isn't it? It is a wavy hill. Wavy, wavy, wavy. And then over here we'll be putting our oil industry. I may change this road in the future so it wraps around the oil and not goes flat bang in the middle, so we don't waste much of the resources, but that is that, and then we can just connect that up so we know in the future where that is going. And then this road as well will be going off somewhere, wherever we wish. Probably not slap bang into a junction here because that would be too close to this. That is a lot of traffic. A lot of traffic. Get distracted too easily. So if it comes over the brow of the hill, let's just take that back actually because I've got a little idea. So it comes over to the brow of the hill and then it can hit another little roundabout this time. This roundabout can be the one, so you can be upgraded to this kind of road and then you can go over in this direction. In this direction, this direction, this direction. Yep. And then over here we'll probably have another little roundabout, maybe. Yes, we will have another roundabout because I'm going to have to take you back a little bit further. I want you a little bit closer than that, if I'm honest. Yeah, I'm going to want you a touch closer to where the end destination will be because, saying because a lot, I'm going to connect the highway to this roundabout in a little squiggly arse way, and that will help alleviate some of the traffic issues that we may probably run into looking at the way these roads are going to be designed. Because yeah, again, we're going to be mixing a residential, so I want a residential town off this road over in here. There's a good space, there's some nice residential over here, there's a nice town. We can even put another town over here in this area as well. And then it can surround the oil industry, which will be slap bang in the middle. So that is plenty of space for some good oil industry. This road we will leave as a potential road into an area over here. And then this one is the one that we are going to upgrade. So we're going to upgrade you to one of them. Pick the squiggly version. Unclick all of this stuff. And then I'm going to curve it, try and curve it as close to the edge of the map as I can, so we don't waste as much of this area at all, and then we can just bend it round, reconnect it to that bridge over here. So where are you abouts? You are over there somewhere. Where are you? Where are you? There. So let's overshoot it, and then we'll cut back in and go straight into that. So yeah, that is how the bridge is going to be connected, and then through one roundabout, which we will then connect to the highway. How do we want to be doing that? I may make it only a one-sided connection. Do we make it a one-sided connection? Because I'm not sure I can get roads on and off of this road in that space. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to. So instead we are just going to have a little one-way connection in and a one-way connection out. Yeah, I probably could make it a little bit shorter as well, couldn't I, honestly? Couldn't I, honestly? That makes sense, doesn't it? Good English, Tyler, good English. Downgrade that, lay mathematics, that works fine. That can go into there. You can be upgraded to a national road so you don't get zoned on. And that is how you make a little... I don't like these connections, but as it's going into a roundabout, it wouldn't matter at all, so... we can then press play and see what the traffic is going to do as we've laid in our main infrastructure for the area. This is a bit of a planning episode, we're not really building much. Yeah, this is what I expected. So a lot of these trucks that are coming along here, yeah, you are going to stop every now and then because I can't traffic manage this junction into a straight road. Yeah, this is what I expected. So a lot of these trucks and a lot of these vehicles are either going to a facility or trying to get somewhere, and they're now going to see this as a great shortcut, and they're going to cut through here. So they're going to come along here and then cut through over this bridge onto this roundabout and then wherever they wish to be going. So we need to be careful because I don't think this road, which is over here, and this road over here, if we go into camera mode, they aren't connected at all. So these are two separate major highways. So anytime you connect them with a little through road like this little through road that you think is going to be a nice little through road is going to be a major route for a lot of this traffic that the AI is going to see, because all they want to do is go over from side to side. If I had all of the tiles unlocked, I'd obviously build a major highway junction there, and just connect them up. And then this would be a through road for more local traffic, but at the moment it's going to be seen as a big old major route, which hopefully it should be fine because it is connected to 2 roundabouts, so it shouldn't matter too much. Let's see how that goes. We'll just let the game run. Let's come out of that mode and see how it goes. Leave that alone. Why have we got so many dead people over here? That's worrying. Why have we got so many? Have I not got a cemetery over here? Cemetery, crematorium. Yeah, I've got a crematorium over here. So why are there so many dead people? Why aren't you doing your job, crematorium? What are you doing? Where are you? There. Why aren't you doing your job? Do your job better. Where are you going? You're a crematorium. Where are you going? Why are you going over there? Your dead person's over here. You should just pick this guy up. This guy needs to be picked up. I don't care about that. Also, if you're a dead person there, like, just someone carry him over to the crematorium. Like, it's not far. Just someone walk him over. Come on, man. This game's AI at times. I don't mind this. I'm going to beautification this up and it'll look glorious. It works, and that's all what matters to me. Oh, I'm just starting to lay in this road infrastructure and had to think about a couple of things. So, the first one being is we now have this multi-platform train station. We're not just going to leave it here turned off and being pointless. So, we will be connecting that very, very shortly with a few things. The first one being is we can put a train station over here. But also, I just had a little thought. We've got a ferry stop just over here, haven't we? Yeah, which has got a free side. So we could be having ferries comes over. So that right there looks like a perfect spot for a ferry dock to me. And then we'll just connect that in some sort of reasonable fashion because that was just terrible by me. There we go. Let's turn you off for a second so you can stop moaning about water and power because you're not being used yet. And that is in, and that is how we want that to be going. We do have a lot of space over here, a lot of space. So we're just going to continue this road on and around this coastline, and then in the future I'll work out what I want to be doing with it because I'm not 100% sure. I wouldn't mind turning that into like a national road, if I'm honest, and then so that is the kind of road pattern I think I'm going to go for. This is all of the oil industry I think I'm going to want and need. I'm not going to need too much more than that. It's on a hill as well, which is causing a few issues. I may just extend, as I think and look at it, I might just extend this a little bit more and grab a little bit more of this land as we can. So drag that out and grab another little nugget of oil and land for potentialness, and then at some point I want to turn one of these roads into a main road potentially. I may just run that straight onto that. How does that look? And is that going to cause us issues? We may not do that. I want to see how the traffic handles because it has got a couple of roundabouts. It has got one roundabout is all going to be going through. I can leave some options out for an out road and then connect it to this road in a different area. That may be something that we do in the future, but I would like to try, if I can, and set up a cargo train over here so we don't get too much traffic anyway, and then we can run that cargo train over to a station over here that I would like to try and squeeze in as well. So that is how I'm going to combat the traffic over here. Just have a little area like this. And as I can, we can bring up the map. We can see where the oil is in the map. There is a lot over there that I'm going to be missing out on. So as I think about it, and as I look at that, I haven't spotted that before. There is a lot of oil over there. So we may just run that road over there, just so we incorporate a lot of that in. And yeah, another straight through road there. We're going to lose a little bit of zoning because we are on a slope. And then I'll just add in a couple of little roads like this for a little bit of angled look to it as well, to the area. So Just try and get some nice angles in as well, so it doesn't look all quite as square and a bit meh. Angles, angles, angles. You are not straight, are you? You're not a 45-degree angle that I like. Which one's off? Which one of these roads is not where I want it to be? So you to you is 45 degrees, and apparently that works out fine. So you to you. Cool. Which one of them is 45 degrees is the one I want? That one, I believe. No. No, I'm going to leave it though. Screw it. That is going to be a lot of traffic going through that one roundabout. But, oh well, we'll see how that copes with that. We may need a 6-lane road. I'm not 100% sure. And I'm going to leave it as junctions, as probably as traffic lights as well, if I'm honest, because that will help out a lot. Let's just upgrade that road as we can to a juicy 3-lane road, just to give the game a few more options. And we may even upgrade some of these to little 2-way option roads, so they have little options in and out, like that, and like that as well. That junction is a little bit close to that road, but I think we will get away with it. Same for this, actually. Same for that. They're all very close, if I'm honest, the way I've built it, but we shall see how that works out. I think it'll be fine, so I'm not too concerned. It is a lot of traffic going to be through this area, but it shouldn't be too much. As you can see, I built this little over here as well. So I left this little gap because I want to use a cable car, so I don't want people driving too much over here. I've used the national road, so we're now going to connect this national roads and build a little village with squiggly lines in and around this gap. We'll probably connect it over to here as well, that main road. So let's just start drawing in some squiggly roads. I'm going to use the standard road because this is not going to be in a glamorous area. I'll just turn off all of this. Just start building some curvy roads in and around these parts as we try and maximise lots and lots of the space. But also leave a little bit of green space because this oil industry is going to be quite close, so we're not going to go too tight, and then we'll just build another junction in there so you can be all connected up. So that is one little part of the town, and then we can come off in a different section and wrap it into another area as we wish. Just trying to build some interesting shapes mainly, while my nose is very itchy and a little bit snotty. I do apologise, it is very disgusting, but that is the way the cookie crumbles in a sense. We're not going to build a crossing, so they cannot walk from the ferry stop to the town, so we're going to try and force them to use the cable car. Talking of the cable car, we need to think of a nice place where we can be placing this other end stop. So thinking maybe let's do a double stop there so they can stop there if they wish, and then we'll just build a little loop, a loop around. So let's draw in some of these roads, and then we'll pop in little cable cars all over the place. Just come off the road over here as well for another connection. I'll just jam it all in. Build some interesting shapes, build some curvy roads, try and bend with the terrain of the road slightly as well. And this may be the one that we just go and bolt straight into this main road at a decent angle. I want to come off that main road at a straight line, because coming off main roads at straight lines are something that I like. I don't like weird curvy roads off main roads, so I could potentially come off there in 2 spots, and I may do that actually. So we're just going to divide this into 3s really, and just come off into 2 separate spots. So there can be one exit and there can be another exit. That isn't exactly where I want it. Let's squish it over a little bit. So then that is another option for this road to feed into the area, and I may come off this main road over here as well in a couple of spots where we would like to come off. About there is a good enough gap, and about there, yeah, about there as well is another good option. So then we can build in curvy roads all in this area and not have to worry. I'm not sure where I'm going to be taking this national road quite yet. Probably to the highway for a highway junction. at some point, probably connecting this road to a highway junction as well, as we are just trying to design some interesting roads for this area. So it is all curved up and bended in. Talking of curved up and bended in, you might as well connect to that highway road there. And then this will be the one that we can bend through here and connect to you. Yeah, that is fine with me. We'll come off this one. Build some more squiggly roads to try to not destroy rocks. We want to keep the rocks if we can. So yeah, thank you very much. I've been TW1. Thank you very much for watching. This is City Skylines, and Oil Town is taking shape. Maybe there's something over here you think I've missed or I should add, or something I should consider. I know these roads are not exactly great and it's going to cause some headaches in the future, but that is headaches we can solve later on as we do a little bit of traffic stuff in vanilla as well. I like the shape of this. It's on the town. You can live up on the town, and then the oil industry will be down low. We'll be filling this all in and doing some other stuff in the next episode with this area. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. I've been TW1. This has been City Skylines, and until next time, peace out.